Our story begins at the Olympics. Yeah. Specifically, the wrestling event. It's narrowed down to the Russians or the Americans for the gold medal. Before the final match, the American wrestler's trainer comes to him and says, "Now don't forget all the research we've done on this Russian. He's never lost a match because of his pretzel hold. So whatever you do not let him get you in this hold. And if he does, you're finished." And the wrestler nods. Now to the match. The American and the Russian circle each other several times looking for an opening. All of a sudden, the Russian lunges forward, grabbing the American, wrapping him in the dreaded pretzel hold. A sigh of disappointment goes up from the crowd. The trainer buries his face in his hands because he knew everything was lost. He couldn't watch the end. But suddenly there's a scream, a cheer from the crowd, and the trainer raises his eye just in time to see the Russian flying up in the air. The Russian's back hits the mat with a thud, and the American weakly collapses on top of him, getting the pin and winning the whole match. Yep. The trainer's astounded. When he finally gets the American wrestler alone, he's like, "How did you ever get out of that hold? No one's ever done it before." And the wrestler says, "Well, I was ready to give up when he got me in that hole, but at the last moment I opened my eyes and I saw this pair of balls right in front of my face, and I thought I had nothing to lose. So with the last ounce of my strength, I stretched out my neck and I bit the babies as hard as I could." So, the trainer says, "That finished him off, did it?" No, the guy says, "But you'd be amazed how strong you get when you bite your own balls." When the baby was first made, all the parts wanted to be the boss. And the brain said, "Since I control everything and do all the thinking, I should be the boss." Pete said, "I carry the man wherever he wants to go and get him in position to do what the brain wants, so I should be the boss." And the hand said, "So I have to do all the work and I earn all the money to keep the rest of you going. I should be the boss." And so it went. The heart, the ears, the lungs, finally the asshole spoke up and demanded being boss. All the other parts laughed and laughed at the asshole being boss. But the asshole was so pissed off, he blocked himself off, refused to function. Pretty soon the brain got feverish, the eyes crossed and ached, the feet were too weak to walk, the hands hung limply at the sides, the heart and lungs struggled to keep going, and they all pleaded with the brain to repent, let the asshole be the boss, and pass a lot of shit. And the moral of the story is you don't have to be a brain to be the boss, just an asshole. And that's so true. All right, so this guy walks in a sports bar with his dog. A NASCAR Sprint Cup race is on the TV. He sits down and he asks how Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s doing, and the bartender says, "Dale Jr. is in 35th place, not doing so well." And the man's dog jumps up, runs around the bar stool 35 times. Dale Earnhardt Jr., 88A, few laps later, the bartender says, "Earnhardt's up to the 15th. Dog jumps up again, runs around the bar stool 15 times. A couple of laps later, bartender excitedly says, "Earnhardt's up to second." After which the dog again jumps up and runs around the bar stool 2 more times. The bartender's like, "Wow, that dog's amazing. What does he do if Dale Jr. wins?" "Well, I don't know," says the man. "I've only had him for 3 years." No. Poor dude. So a guy walks in a bar and asks for 13 margaritas, and the bartender says, "Wow, that's a lot, sir. What's the occasion?" So the guy sits down on the stool, hangs his head, and tells the curious bartender, "Well, my first blowjob." Bartender smiles and goes, "Yeah, that's a splendid occasion indeed. Let me get you one more drink on the house." Guy goes, "Nah, 13, if that doesn't get the taste out, nothing will." You!
Oh, ouch.
This couple had only been married for 2 weeks, and the husband, although very much in love, he couldn't wait to go out on the town and party with all his old buddies. So he says to his new wife, "Honey, I'll be right back." "Where are you going, coochie coo?" asks his wife. "I'm going to the bar, pretty face. I'm going to have a beer." And the wife says, "You want a beer, my love?" And she opened the door to the fridge and showed him 25 different kinds of beer. Brands from 12 different countries: Germany, Holland, Spain, Japan, India, everywhere. The husband didn't know what to do then. And the only thing he could think of was saying, "Yes, my lollipops. But at the bar, you know, they have frozen glasses." And he didn't even get to finish the sentence because the wife interrupted him saying, "Oh, honey pie, you want a frozen glass, puppy face?" And she takes a big beer mug out of the freezer. So frozen, she was getting chills just holding it. And the husband, looking a bit pale, is like, yes, Tootsie Roll, but at the bar they have those hors d'oeuvres that are really delicious. I won't be long. I'll be right back, I promise. Want hors d'oeuvres, Poochie? Oh, she opens the oven and takes out 5 dishes of different hors d'oeuvres, chicken wings, pigs in blankets, mushroom caps, pork strips. But my sweet honey, at the bar, there's swearing and dirty words and all that. Oh, honey pie, you want dirty words? Listen up, fuck dickhead. Sit down, shut the fuck up, drink your goddamn beer in your frozen fucking mug, and eat the goddamn fucking hors d'oeuvres because your married ass isn't going to any fucking bar. You got that, asshole? And then we'll chat later after.